One important aspect of Ramadan is, it's Eid al-Fitr, and we should give fitrah, we should work it out for our families and people that we're responsible for, and give it well in advance. Fitrah shouldn't be given on the day. It should go to the poor so they can enjoy Eid. So you should give it at least 2 weeks if you give them far away. And I'm just going to touch a little bit on fitrah without going too far on my time. There's this notion that there's penny fitrah, give £1 or 65 pence or 85 pence. I'm not going to go into some fiqh debate with people who've come out with this research, but I think it's cheating the poor and it's a load of rubbish. If you research fitrah and how fitrah was given, fitrah, there are 4 things that determine the value of fitrah, and we all know about wheat. You can't buy wheat now because people have equated that to flour. And then the sa' was a volumetric measure. It's like a big mug type thing. So they said that because wheat at the time was an expensive commodity in Arabia, because they couldn't grow wheat, it was imported in. Wheat was the most expensive, so the fuqaha at the time said that you can give half of a sa'a, which equates to about 1.85 kilograms. So people are now going around still equating and doing the qiyas and saying that you can give just under 2 kilos of flour, therefore it's only £1.85. I mean, it's £1 or less, whatever. But the Prophet ﷺ also said about dates, he also said about barley, he also said about raisins, and in the Arab countries people still give dates. Now dates has consistently been going and existed, and people still giving dates from the time of the Prophet ﷺ. Now I've done some research and spoken to a lot of other scholars about this. It's a debate that we want to bring up in this country. In the Muslim countries, especially in the Arabian Peninsula, the Muslims used to give dates according to their status. So in Saudi Arabia, if you are a poor Muslim, you'd give the cheap dates, and if you're a rich Muslim, you'd give ajwa dates. Now ajwa dates, 2 minutes. Ajwa dates cost around £20 a kilo, if I'm not mistaken, in the UK. So imagine if you gave 3.5 kilos of ajwa dates, what would your fitrah be per person? 70 pounds, and it won't be 85p or £1.85 or £3. So we should look at where we are financially, okay? And if your income is above average, which in London, if you earn over £27,000, you are above average. If you live in a house that you own, whether it's mortgaged or otherwise, and it's valued at more than £250,000, you live in an above average property in the UK. So that pretty much says that we are above average. If you're below average, then you give the lesser amount. The cheapest dates available in Saudi Arabia are around £3-4 a kilo. So I personally am pushing that fitrah should be around £10 to about £100, and it should be vary on the person. You guys can look up and do more research on this, but please don't give a couple of pound on Eid day. And it's just not. It's been miserly with your sadaqah. Finally, Eid day, I said earlier, take the day off, make it a family day, go around, enjoy the ni'mah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without wasting. So there's no need to hire cars and stuff and stupidity like that, but you should go around and visit your relatives, especially if you have elderly relatives, and you should enjoy yourself and not forget the other fard acts on Eid day. Some people forget that they need to pray on Eid day as well, other than Eid prayer. Go to the Eid prayer early. Don't rush in there 1 minute before the khutbah. And the khutbah is after the Eid prayer, and it's part of the Eid prayer. I know some people say it's not wajib, it's sunnah to listen, but it's crazy. You've gone for Eid prayer and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and people are like walking out as if they're running out after 8 rakats. So go there, spend time in the masjid, spend time with your family, take the whole day off. And finally, post Ramadan, follow up your pledges that you've made in Ramadan. If you didn't have the money, make the pledges, so at least you get the reward, inshaAllah. Don't forget the 6 fasts of Shawwal. You get the reward for fasting for the whole year. And try practice into regular fasting 2 days a week. Apparently somebody's done research and said it's the best way of dieting and healthy living, fasting on a Monday and a Thursday. I actually saw the interview of the guy, and they said, do you have any days in mind? And he said Monday and Thursday. And then they tried to ask him where he got those days from. And I think he tried to allude about reading somewhere about Prophet Muhammad, and they just quickly changed the subject. Okay, continue with the tilawah. If you have targets in Ramadan, have monthly targets, annual targets. That's the most important thing. And just continue being a good, decent, generous human being and good Muslim. And may Allah give us the ability, give us all the ability to practice some of these simple tips. If you guys get more and have more tips, I'm sure you can email them to somebody, or we can set up a forum or something. Everybody can share with each other. But inshallah, look forward to another great and blessed Ramadan, and Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem, whatever to you all. Jazakallah.